Yo, what's up, dudes? All right, so we're gonna talk about legendaries. I think if it's not the most commonly asked question, it's definitely closest. The most commonly asked question that I've gotten this week is talking about legendary and crafting balance of all things. Obviously, one of our strongest legendaries by a pretty significant margin, and when I think we should end up crafting this legendary for us. Um, it comes as no surprise that Balance of All Things releases from Skoldus Hall in Torghast. You can find it right here. Basically, Skoldus Hall is not active this reset. It will be active next reset, though. I think that that's the most popular question is when is it going to be active? It's next reset, so you'll be able to get it from Torghast Layer 3. Probably is going to be 100% drop chance, so don't really worry too much about that. I would be absolutely perplexed if it wasn't. So yeah, that's when it's going to drop. But that also aligns with heroic opening of the raid. And a common question that I get asked is, when am I going to craft this legendary? Because I think that for different people, the answer is going to be different. So first off, I will give you, and I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing just so I can be a little bit more transparent, just so you guys get a little bit better understanding of the route that I'm going to be going down. So basically, right now, my character, hold on, if I click back over, my character currently has 1,520 Soul Ash. Basically, next week I'll be able to craft a rank 2 legendary, and the week after that I'll probably still only be able to craft a rank 2 legendary. I can't see myself being able to craft a rank 3 legendary the week that Mythic opens, but you're able to craft one 190 legendary this week. Obviously, you're not going to be crafting it because Balance of All Things isn't released yet, but it comes into an interesting question of when should you craft boat? And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be waiting for Heroic Week tuning, because as it currently stands, Balance of All Things is approximately somewhere in the 16 to 20% range of our damage, and I'm moderately concerned that it's going to get nerfed. And so I personally am going to wait as long as possible to craft Balance of All Things, but that's also because I'm not really too worried about like raid performance or anything like that. If you are, on the other hand, worried about raid performance, social standing in a guild, how you perform during Heroic Week, stuff like that, if you're worried about any of those things, I actually think that it may be in your best interest to craft a rank 2 Balance of All Things, like the minute you actually get this recipe, and then you go into Nathria, you absolutely fucking blast the meters, and then you, like, increase your social standing in the guild because you're going to be just completely dominating. However, if you're pretty secure in your guild and you're not super worried, and you're overall worried about the longevity of the raid, you're worried about mythic progression, you're worried about getting cutting edge, those kind of things, I would actually wait to craft Balance of All Things until you do see that Heroic Week tune, because like I said, personally, genuinely concerned about the crafting of it and then just being out the Soul Ash, because you can't get the Soul Ash back. Of course, Ian Hezekosis did say in his Wowhead interview that they were going to very carefully tune stuff in regards to legendaries and covenants, especially after the expansion is launched and not on major patches. But I think Boat is an outlier. I think Balance of All Things is an outlier enough to where there is slight cause of concern. So you need to make sure that you are thinking about these things whenever you are going to be crafting legendaries. So that's why I come here to give you this PSA. Personally, I'm going to wait. I think that for some people, it's actually better to craft it, especially if you need the social standing in your guild. If you're going to fucking be like really progressing hard through Heroic, or maybe you're going to be taking a few weeks, that is absolutely going to be your best bet. If raid isn't your top focus, it may not even be in your best interest to craft Balance of All Things. You may actually just want to craft like rank 2 Primordial Arcanic Pulsar, or say you're a PvPer, Time-Worn Dreambinder is, I think, your best legendary for that kind of stuff. So crafting Boat may not even be in your best interest. So you may want to craft something else earlier and then jump back and grab Balance of All Things if you do have an interest in raiding. But for what it's worth, Balance of All Things is definitely our best legendary raid. And assuming that there will not be any nerfs, it will absolutely remain that way. And I just wanted to give this kind of a little bit of understanding of as to what legendary you should craft when you should craft it. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I think that everybody should do. It's basically a decision that you have to make for yourself as to when you're going to craft it and how necessary the legendary is for you personally. And yeah, that's basically it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys on the stream. Check it out, twitch.tv/Tuttles. I've been streaming every day. I will probably continue to stream at least like 2 to 3 hours a day, every day for a little while. I've been enjoying Shadowlands, so I will see you guys there. Later, guys.